The will to become whoever you want to be, first, has to do with the creative idea on your inside, and then making that idea become a reality. We all have dreams. You alone can birth your dream. It doesn't matter if you are an abled person or a person with disabilities. It doesn't have anything to do with your physical personality. It has to do with who you are inside and what you have to offer. It's against all odds from the Nigerian Television Authority, and today we have on set with us a young talented man. He is CEO and founder of Ability Development Initiative. Ability Development Initiative is a platform where young talented poets, playwrights, and artists showcase their God-given talents. He is also a caterer. He bakes. Our guest is Mr. Ezekiel Ejeba, and today is his birthday. He is going to bake a cake to celebrate his birthday. Sometimes, life throws you several blows. Your ability to receive them all and still soar is a habit not so many can decipher. Ejeba Ezekiel Enenyi, at the age of 2 in 1985, developed weakness on his right lower limb as a result of post-polio myelitis, and that has conditioned him to a frequent visit to the hospital for both physiotherapeutic treatment and orthopedic care. 3 years after, he accidentally sustained a third-degree burn that left him hospitalized for several months. How traumatic and depressing these experiences could have been for a child of his age, but love prevailed.
Is my butter and sugar already creamed?
Okay.
What we call creaming is when you use your mixer to mix the sugar and butter until it's fluffy, whitish, and as you can see, it's paler than normal.
Looks very light too.
Very light. It was actually polio triggered by poliomyelitis. Yeah, triggered by injection at the age of 2. So it started as fever, and I was rushed to the military hospital. My dad was a military man there. So we got there, and injection was administered, but after some days it turned out to be something else. I could not walk again after 11 days, according to what my parents said. You know, I was really little then, so I could not walk. Since then it's been orthopedic care and all of that and all of that. I currently wear braces. I ambulate with braces.
Okay, so that's why you don't use a wheelchair.
Yeah. It's just on the right leg.
Okay.
So I wear braces. I also use a walking stick as an aid because of my weight. What do we have in the flour?
We have sugar. No, sorry, salt. Sorry, we have our salt and our baking powder.
Good.
Salt
better.
and baking powder.
He grew up with his family rallying around him, a happy, hopeful, and creative child who lived a normal life and attended several regular schools. In 2001, while Ezekiel was preparing to write his secondary school certificate examination at the Command Day Secondary School, Lagos, a set of robbers attacked his family's residence in Lagos, Nigeria, and he fell victim of their attack as he was shot at close range. This unfortunate incident left him visually impaired on his left eye with a lodging pallet in his optic nerve. These negative experiences affected his academic performances poorly and altered his chances of applying for his dream course, medicine, in the university. Later that year, Ejeba was admitted into the Department of Computer Science in the Faculty of Science for 1-year pre-degree program in the University of Port Harcourt, after which he proceeded for his degree in the same department. It took him another 6 years to struggle through these endeavor instead of its 4 years prescription. In 2009, he graduated from the university.
So what was it like growing up? What number are you in the family?
I'm from a family of 6 kids, and of course, a mom and dad. I would say a loving family with a Christian background, and in fact, it's that love that has kept me up to this point. They were so supportive from when the whole ordeal started, and it didn't just end with the post-poliomyelitis. At the age of 4, I had a 3rd degree burn. At the age of 4, and it was
on your leg?
all over my face, my chest, down. But you can't really tell. No surgery.
No
scar. No scar, but not. It's just God's intervention,
Wow.
No surgery, nothing. But it took a while. I had to be in the hospital for a while. While we're talking, we're also learning.
We're also learning.
Okay. This is mixed fruit.
Yes.
Soaked in spirit.
Okay.
The spirit is serving as preservative for the cake.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to pour all of this in here now.
Okay. So with this now, the cake can stay how long?
It can stay for. I won't be exaggerating if I say it can stay for a year. But
Okay.
Actually, would you leave a birthday cake for a year?
No, you won't.
No. But it can stay for as long as you want it to be. At the age of 17, I also had a terrible incident. Robbers attacked our house at Lagos then. We're in Lagos. And I happened to fall victim of the robbery. They came in, and before they came in actually, they started shooting. And before you knew it, I was gone down. And nobody knew actually, because I was very conscious and I was careful not to scream for more casualties. Because my parents, my siblings will all run out if they hear me screaming.
And then everybody will be gone.
Yes. So somehow they came in, they robbed, and they discovered I was already injured. That took me another 4 months or thereabouts in the hospital. And that happened to be when I was preparing for my secondary school certificate exam. It affected me a lot. I had my collarbone broken, because they didn't just end there. Sometimes when they are high, they do whatever. They came and they actually hit me with
after shooting you.
Very well. They hit me on this side. I don't know what happened. I can't really say, but I know I was hit. So that took me about 4 months in the hospital. In my first year while studying computer science, the lodging pellets I had on me, there were actually some pellets that could not go and that could not be removed. Some of them blocked my arteries and I had a partial stroke. That was second semester year 1. That affected a whole lot. Actually, if you have your mixer,
it's easier.
It makes this particular process easier.
Okay.
Growing up, Ezekiel faced many health challenges, yet he survived them all through the love and care showered on him by God, family, friends, and healthcare providers. The strength in us is measured every day as we strive to be the best we can. But how we go about achieving our goals is what determines who we are. Ezekiel is a humanitarian by nature, a child youth theater director, caterer, and a mentor. He is presently working as a school manager and a caterer.
This catering thing has been there from
there.
It's been there. My mom was a caterer and she
has more boys?
No, 3 boys, 3 girls.
Okay.
Yes. And they encouraged me. No, we are not. Okay. They encouraged me. They whatever I said I wanted to do, whatever I said I could do, they will always encourage me to do. Okay. So that was it. I continued with my no job, nothing. So catering was my stuff.
Due to his catering and event planning skills, he participated for the federal government of Nigeria's UWIN, a business plan competition in 2014, and made it through to the semi-final stage. In the process of the competition, he registered his company, Z Catering and Events Management, with the Corporate Affairs Commission. In 2011, his passion to reach out to the vulnerable motivated him to establish a children and youth ministry and theater called Joint Children Ministry, now known as Jesus Culture Minstrels in Abotro, a rural community in the Kina local government area of Kogi State, Nigeria. In this ministry, he mentors and trains children on various life skills, motivates them to dream big and see life beyond their immediate environments and circumstances by giving them theatrical trainings and seeking platforms for them to perform within and outside Kogi State.
Have been falsely accused and jailed for crimes they know nothing about. Yes.
So you've actually been standing like all through we started baking this cake?
Yes.
Your legs, when you stand, you don't feel pains. How long can you stand?
Actually, if not for now that my careful, what I wear is getting so weak right now, I could stand for as long as I want to. I do stand all night for rehearsal. We do all night rehearsals. I do all night rehearsals with my theater. So most times I stand, but these days, this particular careful is really worn out. So there is more weight on my left leg right now, and it's affecting my knee seriously. So I think standing for 1 hour is even too much for me right now.
Oh wow. And it's expensive, right?
Very expensive right now. Very expensive.
Alright.
So our cake is ready.
Okay. Yeah. This cake looks like it's going to be.
You can imagine that. So we are ready for the oven.
Okay, so
can you help me?
Yeah, sure. I can. Alright, so we're putting the cake into the oven now, and then we'll be back very shortly. So wait. Still against all odds.
This is Against All Odds.
Welcome back. It's still Against All Odds on the Nigerian Television Authority, and I'm still with Mr. Ezekiel, a die-hard person, who has dreams, big dreams for the future. He doesn't get tired. And I've learned something, today. I have.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. So I can take you as one of my catering students now.
Yeah,
I
sure.
can probably say I was the one who trained Yoshima.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we're actually talking about you before we put the cake in there, and I'm sure there's more things you'd like to share with us. Like what now you're into catering, you've opened an initiative, okay, like helping train people,
the vulnerable,
and all that.
People with the vulnerable.
Okay. So now on your side, what would you say? Has it been paying your bills, catering and everything you've been doing? Has it been paying your bills?
There is so much discrimination. You can't really thrive in whatever you do. But we know the tire. We push on. You understand?
Yes.
Okay, like for one, I'm a guy. Where I am is a local community. In fact, when I came to the village then, and I decided to stay in the village to do those of my, and I started flaunting as a caterer. It was really odd, really awkward, because over there you don't see men doing this kind of
thing.
So that part of discrimination is there. And more so that I am someone living with disability.
Another discrimination.
What can he really offer?
Offer.
So what I do is I make anyone that gives me a job to do. I go all the way to ensure that my work speaks for me.
Yes.
Well, I wouldn't deny the fact that my source of livelihood, apart from the support I get from my family, actually my family is my support. Can imagine at 38, I'm still telling you this. So my family is my major support. Apart from my family, my other support financially is this catering job. I actually own a school. We started December last year. Okay. Currently in my secondary I might have up to 10 students. In the primary, the number has been fluctuating from 70 down, up, back, and all that. And over there, a rural community, and where you have come to make the people know that I'm here to help. What can you really make from such establishments? Right now, there's another initiative I'm bringing into the system. I want every child to have a skill.
Yeah, I was thinking you would do that from the
If I didn't have a skill,
you wouldn't have been able to strike.
you can imagine what would have become of me by now. So I have this initiative of granting them the opportunity to have skill acquisition, where you pick a skill. If it's carpentry, if it's whatever, catering, whatever, we will now partner with those that could partner with us. They will train you for a little fee that will come out of your school fees. But tell me, how can I achieve all this without finance? So my major setback is finance. And apart from this, I'm not blowing my trumpet, but it's good to blow my trumpet.
Yeah,
because if I don't tell you, you won't know.
Lizard will nod his head.
Okay. To tell you, I try.
I try.
You understand? Now, if I was going to tell you this, that once every year I organize rural outreach, not just in my community there. We look for the remotest of the communities around us, or even far from us. Like currently I live in Dikina local government. We've done outreaches in Ofu local government, we've done in Basa local government, and in fact I have the dream of touring the world, going to where we have vulnerable people. What do we do in this outreach? I get my medical friends to come. We gather resources, not from my friends. They just come to partner with me by rendering their services. My family, myself, as always. We and maybe one or two friends. We put money together, buy drugs, go to these remote communities, and do medical outreaches for free.
Ezekiel's goal is to partner with the government, non-governmental organizations, and private entities to achieve wider scopes of these initiatives for the total well-being of vulnerable people. These partnerships shall be pivotal to achieving his dream. Ezekiel is yet to begin. He has his life ahead of him. He is passionate, talent-driven, loaded, creative, and is ready to offload all this to the younger generation.
It's been a fantastic time with you, and of course, we Against All Odds believes that the sky is your starting point.
Exactly.
Yes, it is definitely your starting point. You have so much energy in you. You're still young and very innovative. A lot of ideas in there. All you need to do is just an opportunity and a platform to explore, which we believe that by God's grace that will definitely come very soon.
Amen.
Thank you for coming on Against All Odds.
Thank you for
Our
having me.
cake is still in the process of completion. Mr. Ezekiel has the desire to dig into the grassroots and give voice to the voiceless. He wants to touch the lives of the vulnerable. We have them out there. People who are there and do not have anybody to help them. That is where he wants to go. It doesn't matter where he is. Thank God for technology. He can get everywhere. All he needs is support, partnership, and sponsorship to be able to get there. You know what they say about there are some places you cannot go, but your resources can go. There are people you want to touch. You can't go there physically to touch them. But there are people who can actually get there to touch them. Mr. Ezekiel is available to give voice to the voiceless, to touch vulnerable persons out there and to give them a livelihood. It's all packed up and ready for you to reach out to him. Thank you for staying with us today on Against All Odds. Trust me when I tell you that there is nothing you dare to do that you cannot achieve. All you need to do is just to set and keep your mind focused. Everything is possible. Let's do this again next week, same time, same station. My name is Dushima Pius Ikerabe. This cake we will eat. Cheers.
There will be mountains that I would have to climb, and there will be battles that I would have to fight, but victory or defeat is up to me to decide. But how can I expect to win if I never try? I just can't give up now. I've come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me the road would be easy, and I didn't believe he's brought me this far to leave me.
Against All Odds wishes Mr. Ezekiel Ejeba happy birthday.